I said at the beginning of this month that if things hadn't gone completely back to normal, if this COVID-19 New World Order was not completely erased, and when I say completely erased, mean all the stores are allowed to open if they want. Anyone who had a job before was allowed to go back and release themselves from the financial slavery of the state. When people were not forced to wear masks that they can't breathe in, even while they're working, forced, with the threat of firing, destroying entire families, destroying them if they don't wear this mask. Until that day was completely a thing of the past, I was going to protest. That day has come. Tomorrow at 12 midday at Queen's Park in Toronto, I'll be there. I'll be there. If you want to meet me, if you want to try and do me harm, if you want to try and kill me, if you want to try and stab me, if you want to try and shoot me, if you want to protest with me, then do so tomorrow, 12 midday at Queen's Park in Toronto. That is your chance, because I will be there. Nothing is going to stop me. The police won't stop me. The politicians won't stop me. Doug Ford won't stop me. Justin the Takeated Tarface Swiftfoot Mac Daddy Trudeau won't stop me. Nobody is going to stop me. No one. I have had enough. It's gone far beyond having enough. I am taking fire and fury to the steps of Queen's Park. Many people are going to be there, and there have been protests there before. But we have to get serious now. We have to send a message that this is not going to fly. And I am ready for whatever consequence anyone wants to give to me. Whether it be jail, whether it be injury, whether it be death, I'm ready for it. I would rather die. You hear me? Do you hear me? I would rather die. I would rather die. I'd rather die. I'd rather die. I'd rather die. I'd rather die than live in this new world order that the deep state has created for us. I would rather die. I'd rather be in jail. Hell, there ain't no difference between the COVID-19 lockdown and jail. There isn't. There really isn't. As a matter of fact, I don't even think they're filling the jails right now. They're releasing people from the jails. But in any case, there is no difference between prison and the COVID-19 New World Order. At least in prison, you don't have to pay rent while not working, which many of you are forced to do. And though the deep state may have you imprisoned. They have you imprisoned already. Financially, they have us quarantined in many parts. But it is really important that, especially here in Ontario, where we have an appeaser as Premier, Doug Ford, who has become an appeaser. He has become a Neville Chamberlain to the New World Order, to the COVID-19 mafia bosses, to the Bill Gates and the Justin Trudeau's and the Chi-Coms. Doug Ford, he has Neville Chamberlained Ontario. I am very disappointed in him. He has extended the lockdown measures in Ontario. A lot of the world is, even in Europe, they're beginning to reopen. Even in Europe, where they literally threatened to lock people up and even shoot them if they came out of their homes. If you don't die of coronavirus, you will die from the deep state's assassin's bullet. And even they are beginning to ease the measures. But Doug, the appeaser, he has extended it. He has extended the suffering that small businesses have to go through. He has extended the suffering that blue-collar workers have to go through. He has extended the financial slavery. He has extended the power trippers' time in the sunshine, being able to dictate and force people to wear Chinese-made masks, whether they're working or in the heat or whatever. Who gives a crap if you're not getting the oxygen that you need? You wear that stinking mask on your face, or we're going to destroy you. You do as we say. You do as we say. How dare you even talk again? You do as we say. And if you don't do as we say, there will be almighty hell to pay. That's what Doug Ford has subscribed to. Well, I've had enough. Now, I've already announced to other sources that I will be in Toronto at Queen's Park Saturday, tomorrow, 12. Many have sent death threats, threats to injure, all sorts of things. I'm ready for it. I'll tell you, if you want to square up against me, one of us will be in jail and one of us will be in the grave. I can promise you it'll be me that's going to jail. Because I will be prepared. I'm ready to pay the ultimate price for trying to stick up for my God-given freedoms if I have to. But I will put up a good fight. There will be no law officer. There will be no politician. There will be no counter-protester. There will be no Karen. There will be no Greg that's going to stop me. It's not going to happen. If it's a war, if it's nastiness you want, it's nastiness you're going to get. Anyway, I am merely speaking out to inform all of you that I will be out. I will be protesting. If you want to come out, please do. Show these individuals who have taken our freedoms, even before this, that we are fighting back. You know, there's a lot of anger out there. There is a lot of anger out there. If it's not the coronavirus, we're not being told the whole truth. You know, it's the deep state murdering our people. George Floyd murdered. Our guns being taken away to allow these police officers to continue murdering us. And for the deep state to continue keeping us under control. And I know there are some of you out there who try to make excuses for the officer who killed that man, George Floyd. But I tell you, you can make all the excuses you want. You can continue that foolishness all throughout you can continue that. You can continue. Keep it up. Keep it up. They're coming for you too. They are coming for you too. It is only a matter of time. The world, these deep state people, they are getting worse. Not better, worse. And they see the fact that we are beginning to rebel and elect populists and all this sort of thing. And we're rebelling. Like we're awake to their shenanigans. And they're not getting better. They're actually getting worse. And they are really clamping down. They're going to start killing more people. It's not just George. It'll be you next. And they're going to make sure they take our weapons away, our guns away. Canada just yesterday actually, a law was secretly passed which would make people who are already legal gun owners criminals. It is getting worse. So this protest will be about reopening Ontario, giving us back our basic freedoms to go out, basic freedoms to be able to work without having a stinking mask on, and punish companies who try to force their workers to wear anything that they don't want to wear, over a virus that kills less than 1% of people who get it, where they've had countries which have not been under any sort of lockdown whatsoever, and those populations are doing just fine. Japan, Sweden, all those countries. I mean, this is all going insane. I mean, this is definitely going to be based upon reopening Ontario and giving us back our freedom and ending this COVID-19 New World Order. But Patriots, this is just a step to show these people that we are not going to tolerate this anymore. They know we're awake. We're just proving it to them. So I ask you to come out. And to those who are threatening death upon me, come on out. Come on out. I'll be ready. I'll be more than ready. I'll make sure to wear bright colors so that you can find me. I will be ready. I will be ready. I will be ready. And I promise you, I don't call law enforcement. If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you are going to get. You know, a lot of people who say they're going to protest, they're afraid to push the boundaries. They only go so far. I will do what is appropriate to make sure that the message is heard and to make sure that I am protected and the people around me in my corner and our corner are also protected. I promise you. I promise you. Antifa is not bad. They're not tough. They hadn't seen anything yet until they see what I'm capable of doing. I come with the greatest intentions of peace. But I know that our ancestors have fought revolutions before when justice was not there, and they went down as heroes, and I'm not afraid to do the same thing. This is the Arana Nation.